Hi, thank you for tuning in to Global Elite Academy. Now, last week we did open a home care aid business in California. This week we're going to talk about signing up to get IHSS patients in California. Now, what is that? IHSS is a community-based program that helps seniors and disability and people stay in their home instead of going into a facility. They could be treated in a home environment. Medicare pays for this program, but it is not considered a Medicare program. It is Medicare funded, but um, it is a home-based community program. So now what will happen is once you get your license to run a non-medical agency in California, then if you're signed up for IHSS, they'll start sending you um, patients, Medicare patients, or patients in community-based program. Community-based program, I shouldn't say it Medicare, community-based program patients. So then you'll have your private pay patients, and then you'll have patients that can't afford your services, but Medicare is paying. Now, you don't want to admit this or omit this from your going into business. Because if you do, the only thing that you can do is just get patients that can afford your services. And that leaves out a lot of, poor people. Now, I have a friend that owns an agency in Colorado Springs. He does IHSS. He makes, and then private pay, but most of his patients are IHSS. He makes $25 million a year from that, from the low income. He has more low income patients than he has, private pay. So you don't want to miss this opportunity. A lot of times in most states, when you sign up for the license, for the regular home care license, they ask you if you want to join the Medicare waiver program. That's what it's called. That's what it's called in Colorado, Medicare waiver program. There it may be, I think it's still called the same thing, or they might just say, do you want to sign up for the IHSS program? You would put yes. That way, when they come out to do a survey, they don't have to come twice. They only need to come one time if you put it on that initial application. Yes, if you put it on the initial application, they only need to come one time. Okay. So now in California, what do you need to to become it's called in-home support services providers in California, which is IHSS. Every state have it, but it's called different in different states. In California, it says you must contact your local county IHSS office to complete an application and whatever mandatory orientation. California does have a mandatory orientation that you have to take before you become a provider. The process includes passing a criminal background check by getting fingerprint, completing and signing an enrollment form. The form is SOC 426 and SOC 846, and attending a county Pacific orientation that may or may not be that you could do online. Not sure if you could do it online. Okay, so you're going to fill out the application online and create an account required by the county. You're going to fill out and submit the required forms, which was the 2 forms I told you about. You're going to provide your signature on the necessary forms that I told you about. And then you're going to attend the mandatory orientation service. Whatever documents they require, such as your driver's license or, photo ID of something, or your original Social Security card, they may require that, they may not. Some counties, like San Francisco, also requires a recent TB clearance test and a Pacific home care training class. So you have to check in your area because California is quite big. So San Francisco might require some things and Los Angeles might require something different. You have to undergo a background check and pass it. After completing all of these checks and your background checks, you will receive an approval letter. And then you're good to go. So now, in some places, every place is different about the IHSS provider. Every place is different. Some places require you to have a nurse, and some places don't require that. I wasn't able to see in California if they required a nurse. But you can always hire a nurse and pay her according to, because she's going to be going out doing different assessments and things. So instead of paying her a salary, you could pay her like a flat fee for whatever she have to do per month, something like that. Here is a number here where it says you can begin the enrollment process by calling the IHSS hotline at 1-888-822-9622. And they're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'll give you time to get a pencil and then or a pen, and I'll repeat that. Because I didn't know they were going to give that number. Okay, so the IHSS hotline again is 1-888-822-9622. Again, 888-822-9622. Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. Once again, 888-822-9622. That's the IHSS hotline. Okay. So, so the fingerprints in California, I guess you have to have fingerprints for your background check. All right. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask, or you need help with this, please give us a call. Go to our website at globaleliteacademy.net. That's globaleliteacademy.net. And you can look up our phone number there and give us a call if you need us to help you with this. with the IHSS portion. Maybe you already know how to do you got your license, for your agency. So maybe you just need help with the IHSS. If you do with the IHSS, that's $5,500. If you just wanted that, $5,500. But if you wanted it for your license, you want us to help you with your license and IHSS, is $15,500. If you wanted to just do the just your license, your home care license, is $10,500. Now, I wouldn't advise you to do just I never advise anybody just to do the one, because when you do the license, as I said in the other video, for your regular license, they'll automatically send one person out for the survey. There was survey for the IHSS and your license. If you do them separate, then you have to pay two different, not paid. Then they'll send out two different surveys, and believe me, you don't want that. So it's better to get them both together. Now, let me explain something. IHSS is not Medicare patients. If you want Medicare patients, that we have to sign up for that, because that's something that's different. And it's $3,500 for that. And that is totally different from IHSS. Because I have some people come and they get IHSS and then they say, oh, I thought this was Medicaid. I thought I'm going to have Medicaid patients too. No, it's different. It's a community-based, IHSS is a community-based program that help people stay in their home. Medicaid visits are usually like an hour visits, 45-minute visits where you go and help the patient, where the caregiver goes and help the patient with personal care, and then they leave. But these IHSS, they're going to be longer hours. You might have 4 hours. You might have 100 and something hours a week. You might have 2 shifts. It's just longer hours, so it is different. So I'm not telling you to do Medicaid, Medicare. You could do that later. I'm telling you about the IHSS and how to start that one, because you are going to be very overwhelmed with the IHSS and the private pay patients. If you want to take Medicare, you should wait and do that later. And also for the Medicare patients, you definitely need CNAs to work in that area, and you'll definitely need an RN to run that Medicaid program. So you may want to wait and do that a little later. And this is for non-medical home care. This is not for skilled. We have skilled on hold. We're not even helping with skilled right now. This is non-medical. Okay, so that's how you would sign up for IHSS in California. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please go to our website. If you have any questions, send us a message or call us, globaleliteacademy.net. That's globaleliteacademy.net. Thank you so much. Have a lovely week. And I hope you had, because by the time you get this, Thanksgiving will be over. So I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I sure did. I just ate all day long. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in.